Look at that.
What do you think?
London 2012. Remember going back to that? Yeah, we've had it 3 times now, 1908, 1948 and 2012. Some would say it was the best ever Olympics, but others would say Sydney was back in 2000.
In your team, who's the best player?
Our best football player at the moment would have to be Harry Kane. For the last 3 years now, playing for Tottenham Hotspur, he's scored in excess of 25 goals every season. So he's certainly in form at the moment as well. Although Spurs aren't doing as well this year as they have done in the previous. I think he's certainly going to score some goals when we play Panama and Tunisia, the first 2 games. Could be a tougher challenge when we meet Belgium in Kaliningrad. We've got some young goalkeepers as well that I think are going to have a good World Cup.
One more time about your best player. How you trust him?
How do you trust him?
Can you put all your money on this player or not?
I think so.
Really?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Harry Kane, he's performed back-to-back seasons now for the last 2 or 3 years. So, and he's hit even more form, sort of in the lead up to the World Cup. So we're expecting great things from him. I mean, it's all about winning games. You need to score goals, and Harry Kane is certainly a goal machine. A goal machine. I believe he's only sort of mid-20s, so he's probably in the prime of his career. I don't believe he went to the World Cup 4 years ago, so this will be his first one. He's full of confidence, and I think certainly playing those lesser teams, Tunisia and Panama, the first 2 games, hopefully he can notch a couple of goals to give him some confidence going into the Belgian game. So I'm from a small town, or it's actually a city called Chelmsford, which is in the heart of Essex, and it's positioned about 40 minutes on the train outside of central London. And I've been there for most of my life. I've been based there until I moved to Sydney. You know, and I spent lots of time in London, what with work and sort of socialising, and the football scene as well. My beloved Crystal Palace are based in South London, so to get to see them, I have to go through sort of the central area and come out the other side. And I do miss London actually. It's, you know, it's a huge city. Certainly in comparison to Sydney.
Okay.
Hold on. I think
maybe the first half, especially during the Second World War.
Yeah.
Violence is difficult. What do you feel like you don't like with Russia? What they doing you don't like?
Yeah.
Positive you don't. Negative, not what you don't like maybe weather you don't like, maybe
Yeah, I was thinking, I like the food. I'm not too. I mean, I'm very. Are we started?
Yeah.
I'm very open with the type of food I like, and as I said, I've eaten cuisines from all over the world. But Russia has a cuisine which something that I ordinarily wouldn't pick on a menu. I think it's a lot of stews and chunky meats and vegetables and that type of thing, and soups. It's something that, I mean, I'll certainly will eat, but it's something that I'm not overly keen on. I suppose also the tensions at the moment between the UK and Russia as well. I think there's talk that there could be some anti-Western sentiment. Due to some of the recent events that have happened in the UK. I mean, the weather as well. I'm thinking I'm going to take one of those big fur hats. Although it's summer over there, I'm not expecting it to be too warm. But I suppose with a couple of vodkas under my belt and maybe a pint or 2, that would probably keep me warm enough.
take details.
Take what?
I'm taking details, the small details.
Ah, okay.
Don't worry, just relax.
Just look natural. Hey, Waddy. Good boy. Do you want a treat? Okay. Come here. What's this? Good boy. Sit. Drop. 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 Back. 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 Drop. Good boy. High five. High five. High five. High five. High five. Good boy. Sit. High five. High five. Good boy. Good boy. Guardonito. Guardonito. Nice collar, Whitey. Drop. Good boy. Come here. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Sit. Stay. Drop. Good boy. Come. Sit. High five. High five. High five. Good boy. Good boy. Come. Russia, I'm so looking forward to getting over there and experience some of the culture and the history that it has to offer, as well as, you know, some of the sporting events that I hope to attend while I'm there. The women, I mean, a couple of things that, you know, that you relate to Russia is the sort of the beautiful women over there, and I suppose some of the men and the way they enjoy their drinking and their vodka and the Russian people. I've not had much exposure to them, but they always strike me as someone that's going to be very firm, and also perhaps not so smiley and happy all the time. You know, they take a hard line to sort of misbehaving over there, and I think that sort of reflects in the communities. Maybe with the leadership as well that they've got, they sort of very rarely step out of line. Shit. I don't know.
I don't remember. Did you tell me about your dream?
No. It's always been a dream since I was a young boy. My first World Cup that I remember watching was 1990, which was in Italy. And obviously I was back in the UK at the time, and I was 12 years old at the time. And it was in Italy, so fortunately the time difference was okay. But I'd rush home from school, watch the match, and you know, some great players there. You know, I think Roger Milla was one playing for Cameroon. I remember the opening game, Cameroon versus Argentina. And ever since then, really, I've always tried to get to the World Cup, but there's always something's happened, and I've not been able to get over there. But I made a promise to myself a few years ago that for my 40th birthday, I was going to go to Russia, and I was going to watch the World Cup and follow England. So it's always been a dream of mine, and I'm over the moon to be able to realise that dream in the next 49 days, to be precise.